So, just got back into the hotel room. Very long day.
Oh my gosh.
We
Did we do
woke.
it for yesterday too?
Yeah, yesterday we're all cut up. That's why I want to do it today. So we woke up very early this morning to have breakfast at Duke's. We had reservations for 7:15. We got there at about 7 o'clock, and they actually sat us at 7:15.
Yeah, they're very efficient. A bunch of people no-showed.
Thoughts about Duke's?
Besides Portuguese sausage, it was very standard breakfast affair. Oh, and they had the pineapple with Lee on it.
And they had good banana pancakes. I would say it's normal tourist prices. It was $19.50 each for breakfast. We have no plans on going back, even if we could get reservations. It's
The
very
breakfast
middle of the
wasn't-
road.
Yeah, it was.
The view is gorgeous.
Yeah, it's just so standard breakfast affair. Like I've had that breakfast in upper scale hotels before.
Yeah. I mean, it was good. I wouldn't really recommend it. I've heard that the lunches and the dinners are better, but they're also like $30, $40, $50 a plate, and that's not in our budget. So we tried it. It was pretty, but we ate way too much.
Oh man, we ate
And
way too much.
so we came back and ended up taking a nap afterwards.
The problem is they serve you. So if you go up there like, oh, I only want a little bit of pineapple to top it off, they like, oh, you only get one item? Here's the whole thing of pineapple.
Yeah, at the very end, I wanted just a little bit of egg and a little bit of potatoes, and they filled the whole plate. And
Then you feel bad because you're like, I can't just.
I don't
do
wanna
that.
waste
Yeah,
it.
got a buffet. You're like, I gotta, I don't want to be like that guy who like gets a full plate of food and like eats a bite. So
meh. We came back, we took a nap, and we didn't have any
slept longer
plans
than
for
we
today.
thought. Yeah,
So we ended up.
we were
We were gonna go
distressed
to
from the stomach.
Lanai Beach, which is supposed to be one of the prettiest beaches on Oahu. But Phil had mistakenly, when we were looking it up, said, oh, Lanikai, you mean on the North Shore? And I was like, no, Lanai, it's like an hour away. And he was like, oh, Lanikai, the one with the turtles. And I have very little resistance to
Yeah,
turtles.
as soon as she realized that we could go to Turtle Beach, and then she remembered. When I think you looked at the images and realized it was the Turtle Beach we drove around on the second day with the
On the
circle tour.
circle tour, it was the one where we had seen the turtles coming out of the water. So it was a 2.5 hour ride out there, which wasn't that
Well,
bad because we slept for part of it.
If we had left a half hour later, it would have been a 2 hour ride. But the transfers just
Yeah.
didn't line up, and we sat in the middle of nowhere for an hour easily. 1 hour downtown, an hour up north.
It wasn't an hour downtown. It was like 10 minutes downtown.
It was a half hour. It was like 20 minutes.
No, the other one was like 30 minutes. So we got to the beach. It was lovely.
It was
Turtles
2 o'clock
everywhere.
by the time we got up there.
Yeah, we left at like 11 something. So, but the beach itself, beautiful.
Fantastic. Very rocky. And
Wear swimming shoes.
if you're going to go in the water.
So I wanted to check out the snorkel situation because Phil's not the strongest of swimmers.
Yeah.
And so I went out there for about.
They say the snorkeling's okay out there, but
It was fantastic.
so Haley went out there and did her thing and came back.
Great fish. There were a bunch of turtles on the shore. I did see one turtle where I was underwater and he was underwater, and I poked my head up to see if anyone else could see him, and it was just me and the turtle. We were more than 10 feet apart though. So then I came back and I gave the GoPro over to Phil.
Yeah, and she because I'm not a very good, they're not a very strong swimmer, and she was like, just stay over to the side where there's kind of not like a half.
There was a little
lagoon.
cove.
Yeah, it's like a half moon shape where it's like not as rocky and it's a little more relaxed. And I was like, okay, I'll give snorkeling a second try because last time I didn't have that good issue, and it was fantastic. Best swimming experience I've had in a long time. It was very chill. The mask worked right. It was at my own pace. I didn't feel in danger at all at any time.
There weren't as many people there as well.
Yeah, and the thing that was different from the ocean we did before was I couldn't, for whatever reason, I think it was like a mixture of me being, breathing quickly before and couldn't get enough air with the mask, and then the salt going up my nose and, plug in my nose, and then
The first time.
the first time, and it was just a big combination of things. I did not enjoy it as much. This time I was able to literally, it was deep, that like enough to stand. Like if I had a problem, I just stand up, and I got a little more bold, and it was very good. Tons of tropical fish. I saw puffer fish.
I saw a Nemo fish.
I saw dory fish. I saw a big fish. It was like, and it would just whiz by me, and I'm like, I watched. I was like, oh, you're going quick. I was like, wait, is something chasing you?
Yeah, every time I saw that all the schools of fish were moving, I was like, oh.
There are sharks in that area. And that's
What?
Yeah, that's right by Leftover Bay. It's like 2 bays.
I didn't know
up.
there were sharks over there. I wouldn't have been as bold.
They had an attack like 6 years ago,
That's not that long.
and he was surfing way out there on the break.
Okay.
They, from what I've seen, they only have reef sharks, and they get reef shark size. There's never been someone attacked in all of Hawaii by a.
There were so many
reef
turtles
sharks.
there. They were everywhere.
Yeah, it was a turtle mania.
Yeah.
I think it was like the same 6 turtles just hanging out all day.
There were way more than 6 turtles. Because at any given time, there were 4 on the beach, and then you would see the turtles in the surf as it was coming up.
Yeah, but our turtle that was like, it was because they are numbered. Like there was one turtle at the very end. He'd keep leaving and coming back, and so it was like the same turtle, but it was like he kept coming back. So, but they would sit up. So so the very end of the beach. So it's sand, but then it's rock, and then it shelves down to it's like a very long escarpment of like slowly going down rock, and then it drops off in canyons and stuff, and that was all. It's all reef. The rock literally has a reef top on it,
And the turtles are all very close to the shore, if not
they
on
use
the
that
shore.
escarpment and that reef, the waves, to push themselves up to the top of the rock ledge, and the rock ledge has tons and tons of moss, and they go up there and eat the moss, and so it's like a perfect like turtle hangout to eat moss.
It was lovely. So we did the head tripod for a while. And then
It
the
didn't work
second
very
time we
well.
went out, we used the hand one, which I hope worked well. I haven't seen any of the footage. Have you?
I looked a little bit on the camera when I was putting it away, and the first time you went out, it was above water for a lot of it, so all your watch is just Haley walking. But like when I did it the second time, I looked decent, and then your hand one, the only thing is you swam with that hand,
Yeah.
and I didn't.
Well, you have to swim.
I used my feet. Pedal with my feet.
Yeah, that scares the fish away.
No, I don't. I go.
Those
Just enough-
currents are too strong for that.
I didn't go very far out.
Yeah, I did go a little further out.
Yeah,
So-
because I get it further out, and then the current would tug me away, and I'm like, oh, going away from that. That's not what I want.
So we yelled at a lot of people for getting too close to turtles.
Ooh, Ranger Haley.
Ranger Haley and Ranger Phil came out because
Yeah,
you were
but-
supposed to be 10 feet away from the turtles, and a lot of people wanted to take turtle selfies. Phil had a whole family that was
They were
like,
just sitting on the sand right by, and I wanted to take Haley's camera and take photos, and then you can submit those, and they'll get a fine. But I was like, by the time I got everything and walked over there, it wouldn't be worth it. So I just yelled at them from halfway. I walked almost all the way over there and just yelled, and then they were.
it was funny. Once we were yelling at people started coming up and asking us questions about turtles. So that was fun.
Yeah, we really need to be. If we do that again, we need to be more red on turtles.
I don't think we're going back to that beach. As much as I loved it, it was 2 hours away. Even though we do have a plan to go back to the North Shore tomorrow. It's
I don't know why
different.
It's funny as we went today, and then tomorrow we're going back.
Tomorrow we're going to a different place, though.
Yeah, you'll see that.
So it was a really long bus ride back. We're very tired.
2 hours, almost on the dot. Because we got on the bus at 6:45, and we dropped us off at 8:43.
Overall thoughts for today?
Snorkeling is boss. So much better than my
I
initial
really like the
reaction.
nose snorkel. Our snorkel is just our eyes on our nose, and the tube goes straight up from the nose, so your mouth is uninvolved. I really like that.
And it like goes through where it attaches to the goggles, so it goes through the middle part of your eyes, and so your air breathes through here. So it just permanently attaches to the mask, so you don't have to do
You don't have to worry about the flippy floppy one on the mouth and making sure your mouth is having that like
That or you have to blow it out if
Yeah.
you let it out of your mouth and stuff. And
I like our snorkels. We got them for like $25 on Amazon each. It was well worth it.
very well worth it. The seals are good on them and everything.
I thought you were talking about seals, like, oh.
No?
Different kind of seal.
Yeah. Yeah, and then if you like, it's nice because you go, if the regular ones, if you don't have anything on the end, if you go slightly underneath, you can suck water down.
Yeah.
But if you have the nose one, it has a ball on it. It's like a little floaty that
There are some mouth ones that have that too. In
it
fairness.
like plugs the hole, and I can get a little
It's
bit of
not
water
perfect.
if you're breathing in exactly at the moment that
The wave
wave
is coming
hits.
over.
But it's like a little bit of water, and it's you just kind of deal with it in your mask, and then if you get enough footing, you can always just empty your mask.
Yeah. Snorkeling was lovely, and then we're doing more snorkeling tomorrow, and then more snorkeling the day after. And I don't know what our plan is for our last day.
Yeah, that's right. We're snorkeling tomorrow and Friday.
Yeah.
Saturday,
We did get, on our way to breakfast this morning, we got Hanauma Bay reservations. We had been freaked out previously, being told, it's so impossible to get these reservations.
and Haley
You're going to
just
have to
didn't
try
want-
days and days and days, and I didn't want to deal with it.
Yeah, Haley told me not to. She said it's not worth the stress. And it's funny is, so when we get the Pearl Harbor tickets and we're on the tour for the Glass Bottom boat, it was a lot easier than I thought it'd be. I got the second try. The first time I messed up and did only one person. The second time I got in and got two.
But Hanauma Bay, I literally logged in. We were walking to breakfast. It was like 6:58, and then we were at a crosswalk. So we stopped, and it was 7 o'clock. So I was like, boop. And Phil tried too, and he didn't get in, but I got
Well,
him.
I got in.
Oh.
The thing was when I saw it, there was a bunch available and I could click them and stuff.
Yeah.
But you were already checking out into the next window,